Hello Cancer, Cancer Rising and Cancer Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting October the 2nd, 2017. And a quick reminder for all you Cancerian people out there, remember if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com. And a shout out to my little brother, he's turning 31 this week, so happy birthday to you. Now let's get started with your session, Cancers. So, astrologically, we've got a very, very good week. On Tuesday, we've got Venus, planet of love and harmony, in your third house of communications, pacts, and promises, forming a gorgeous trine to Pluto, currently in your 7th house of closest one-on-one relationships and partners. And when we have Venus in the 3rd house, we're speeding things up. You know, we're hurrying things along. And this could hurry along developments with a partner, especially when a partner with that Pluto, you know, in there, actually comes around to your way of thinking. You may be noticing that maybe we've been having a hard time getting a partner or a BFF or a roommate or a business partner to agree with the course of action that we're trying to push forward. Maybe we're having a hard time just kind of opening up lines of communication or speeding a relationship along because of some kind of rule, some kind of, you know, unnecessary wall or slowdown in the progression of a relationship. Well, with Venus speeding things along, we also have the other with an interest in catching up. On Thursday, we've got Mars and Venus conjunct in that 3rd house of communications, pacts, and promises. And whenever Venus and Mars are conjunct, we have explosive chemistry. And this can bring a lot of passion, a lot of attraction your way. A lot of you single Cancerian people may be finding love in your own neighborhood, or there may actually be even a third party, you know, connecting you with somebody with very, very strong chemistry. You know, this could be coming through a friend, a neighbor, a sibling. Because with Venus and Mars conjunct, we have that almost instantaneous attraction. Now be careful though. Some people, you know, are not careful with that. I said this, I think, to the Gemini people as well. When Venus and Mars come together, no, not them, it was Taurus people. When Venus and Mars come together, whatever starts around that time, the bar is set unreasonably high. It's meant to be enjoyed as an event. It's not meant to set the bar so high for this relationship that when we, you know, decide to just be a functioning couple, we're all unhappy. So it's, you know, there's always a double-edged sword because that Mars-Venus connection, but there is an opportunity for that connection to be made for you. And you may even have somebody, you know, just a little bit outside of your commute bubble even, coming into that space for a little bit of talk and exploration. For your spiritual advice, with cards, we do have the card of the Wren. And the Wren is talking about, you know, paying attention to where we need to keep our, you know, keep information to ourselves that we know needs to be kept to ourselves, you know, and kind of staying humble with that information. You know, the Wren is often a card that talks about paying more attention to what you should be preparing for, what you should be putting into action. More action, less talk, but in a private way. When we hear about something coming around the bend, a change in the family situation, maybe even, you know, something coming around, you know, when it comes to work, you know, we need to be working on getting prepared. How are we going to do that? It's always the gossipers, it's always the, you know, the people who think they're doing the spreading awareness that aren't really actually working, they're still talking. And when it comes to the Wren, it's kind of like, okay, this week it's time to be a little bit more careful, a bit more savvy. When it comes to, you know, messages, when it comes to, you know, little bits and signs that you get from people, or, you know, even things that you get as far as intel, you know, this is what you keep to yourself, and this is what you get prepared for. You're getting a heads up so you can get prepared. You're not getting a heads up so you can just talk about it. And so this week, you have an opportunity to get the jump on actually a lot. Whether it's, you know, again, something going on at work, something going on at home, something going on in the neighborhood. You've got an opportunity to get ahead and stay prepared because somebody's actually coming and sharing that information with you, so you can. So make sure that you do. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and your finances, we do have the Four of Pentacles upright. And this card could bring some frustrations on the financial front because the Four of Pentacles can indicate people being cheap with information, or possibly even being cheap with money. You know, if you're looking for a new job, if, you know, you may be noticing that we're still not hearing from the hiring manager or the HR department or the recruiter about a place or two that we have, filed our application with. And the Four of Pentacles is kind of saying they may be holding on or keeping their doors shut this week. And it may be a clue or a cue. If you need this sooner than they can give it, don't hold out for this. Get yourself prepared to move on to another opportunity. For those of you who are currently, not looking for work, but we're just curious about money itself, the Four of Pentacles can indicate that there may be something going on where a person is being a bit tight-lipped with their ability to contribute or their ability to actually share. And there may actually be some disputes this week about people not putting in their fair share when it comes to, a big matter of group importance. And I'm kind of getting from this Four of Pentacles energy here that there may be some kind of shutdown going on when it comes to either getting somebody who, who's actually, maybe they owe you, or they owe the group, or they have, say, a percentage that they should be contributing, is not. Be careful in this confrontation, but, don't be afraid to go there. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we do have the King of Swords reversed. And again, we have this issue with tight-lipped people. The King of Swords reversed is often somebody who is acting from a place of being in denial. Okay? Usually with the King of Swords reversed, we see somebody who is, whether they're acting out of denial for themselves or acting out of denial in a codependent fashion on behalf of another person, that choice of theirs, that decision, is starting to impact either this friendship or this family relationship. And the King of Swords reversed may indicate a need to pay attention to this relative, or perhaps pull them out of that illusion. Or at least let them know that we're not buying it. Because with the King of Swords reversed, they may be turning a blind eye to the bad behavior of others, or perhaps even turning a blind eye or even giving a helping hand at the same time. And with the King of Swords reversed, maybe time for a bit of an intervention. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the King of Cups reversed. And again, maybe some issues with some emotional bias, or some emotional dependence, clouding people's thoughts and energies here. Preferential treatment for people who don't deserve it, possibly born of insecurities. The King of Cups reversed could be a water sign like yourself, another Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. And what's happening is it's almost like this person's issues are kind of running the show. And we can't really go out of our way to placate that behavior. We can't really go and be like, well, this person's got issues, so we've all got to settle for less. This could be a problem at the office. This could be, something going on with, maybe it's a partner's friend or something like that, and we're noticing, again, all our lives are orbiting around this person's issues, and it's starting to become less and less fair. With the King of Cups reversed, be careful about, letting that kind of guilt trip go on and on, alright? Again, these two kings on their heads may need to get called out. Hopefully we can do it in a way that minimizes conflict, though. Or you can always just take the advice of the Wren and, and just pull your energy away. Maybe you don't necessarily need to, go and call it out and make a big thing right away. Maybe it's your time to take your leave. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Ace of Pentacles upright. Beautiful card for love and romance, but it does indicate here that there could be some new romantic opportunities that have a big, but again, progressively slower start. Usually with the Ace of Pentacles, we do see some kind of testament, something we can trust to, either a big effort or even a statement of, of a commitment intention, which is good. But again, after that, it progresses a bit slowly. Again, falling into that whole, what we talked about with the astrology, sometimes the bar can be too high in the beginning, so we don't want to feel like we've dropped, when we go from a 10 to a 6, we don't want to pretend or act or feel like we've gone from a 10 to a 0, because there's a big difference between a 10 and a 6 and a 10 and a 0. And so, it's not going to go that way. But the Ace of Pentacles does indicate a new opportunity for a love that could stand the test of time, or even those of you who are currently dating somebody or are in a relationship, there is going to be some kind of, I guess you could say, new precedent set or new arrangement set that will last the test of time. Because usually with the Ace of Pentacles upright, we have something that's meant to be a long-term endeavor. And this could be something that you and a partner have been trying to get off the ground or get started for the longest time. And we do have that chance this week. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.